Today I want to share with you a conversation that I recently had with a shipper customer. Now, as a freight broker, what I'm responsible for doing is providing a third-party logistics service to a shipper who's shipping goods throughout the U.S. and a carrier who has the asset to move those goods throughout the U.S. I come in as a broker and provide a third-party logistics service to help both of those entities be more efficient in doing what it is that they're interested in doing. What are they interested in doing? Moving freight. And ensuring that we as consumers have the things that we need. Anytime you see trucks moving up and down the highway, that's what's happening. Freight is being moved to, retail facilities so that you and I will have access to be able to go and buy the things that we need in order to live the lives that we live on a day in and day out basis. So now in order to be able to, to know what's going on with our shippers, we have to ask questions. So anytime I get a shipper on the phone, I want to ask questions about their operation to find out more about what's happening so that we can provide solutions to some of the issues that they're having. So recently I was talking with a shipper and he was sharing some things that was going on with his operation, but one of the big things that he was experiencing was he was $60,000 to $80,000 over on his freight spend budget at the end of the year. Now this is a big problem for him because his superiors aren't happy with it. Of course, it's causing some issues for him at work. So I wanted to find out from him, what is it that you need? What would allow for you to be more efficient? What would allow for you to get a balance on your freight spend? And what he said was consistency. What he needs more than anything else is a freight broker to be consistent when it comes down to pricing. And what he means by that simply is, if he gets a price in January, he wants to pay that price for a period of 12 months. Now, that usually doesn't happen unless you have contract rates. And that when you have contract rates, have a contract for a period of time, even those rates will go up sometimes. Because you cannot predict what the market is going to do 6 or 7 months from now. Sometimes when you get rates that go up, go out of the window, then trucks adjust those rates. Now, how shippers see it is that, regardless of what happens in the market, you give me a price where you can be profitable at and stick with that price. We as freight brokers, we want to bring some correction to the market, because the market can go way up and then it can come down. So we want to bring some balance to that to allow for the shipper and the carrier to be more effective doing what it is that they do. So in order to do that, again, we got to ask questions. We got to find out what's going on. So the shipper shared that he was having some freight spend issues, and I now want to find out what can I do to help him to be, closer to where he wants to be as far as budget is concerned. And what he wants is consistency. So what I asked that he do is provide me the load list of everything that he moved on last month out of a particular region, the region that we're discussing. Give me all of those loads. Let me take a look at them. Once I take a look at them, I'll get back with you. We can sit down and come up with a strategy that's going to help you win. Now, I didn't make any promises about, hey, I'll be able to help you save some money. Why didn't I do that? Because I don't know what he's spending now. I don't know exactly what he's spending in a lot of those lanes, and I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. I don't know where he is. So first we got to find out where he is, and then if we have assets that we can help him to get to where he wants to get to, then we'll definitely do that. But at the same time, it has to be beneficial for all parties involved. The trucker, the carrier, of course, us as being the broker. So now if you have different issues that you've faced, questions that you have posed to your shippers and you've gotten certain answers back, different scenarios that happen with you on a day in and day out basis with your freight broker business, share those in the comments below. That way we can all learn from each other. The whole idea is to be able to communicate more effectively with our shipper in order to earn more of their business. In order to communicate more effectively, we have to know about what that shipper does on a day in and day out basis. That way you can provide a strategy. So leave us a comment below. Let us know what's going on with you and the way that you communicate with your shippers and different scenarios that happen. That way we can all learn from each other. See you at the top, because the bottom is much too crowded.